My name's Ed Wiley and live here at Rock Creek, West Virginia. We're going to talk about the Brushy Fork area a little bit today. Head of Horse Creek and Brushy Fork, Sycamore, and there's several hollers in there at Bees Branch and everything. They all kind of head up into the one area back around the Brushy Fork. And there's a place back there folks used to go called the Anvil Rock. And it's kind of a campsite. I'm pretty sure around July you could go up there and sit, and it was like the annual bear gathering up there. You'd see a mommy come through with one or two cubs, and you can look off and through the woods there or something, and you could see maybe a big boar bear or another mommy with 3 or 4 cubs. It seemed like it just all day long. I remember in 1982 I went back there, and it was the first time I'd ever been back in there, and I didn't know that Clear Fork Road wrapped around coming to the Sand Lick area and how Route 3 laid around here. I didn't know none of that, and I just thought it was the biggest place in the world that I'd ever seen. Like, what did I just find? Wilderness, big dark timbers down in there, and the woods was real black, and you can hear water running down in there, and people haven't actually lived back in there probably 60, 70, maybe 80 years. But the whole area is full of laurels. It was real thick, and the bears had tunnels through them. What's going on today, at the Brushy Fork, of course, that whole area has just about been stripped out now, and that's all been taken away. A lot of the other areas, especially in the wintertime, and what's happening with the bears, I feel, is they go in and they remove the timber, and they start removing the overburden. And the bears don't come out of their dens, the mommies with the babies. See, it's March, April, May. About the end of May, you'll start seeing them out. And all winter long and up to that point, while the mommies are in there having their babies, and they remove this overburden, they're getting buried alive. And that's a tragedy in itself. But what I think is most important about people seeing and trying to keep this bear habitat going is these are old bears. Huge bears. This is an old bloodline. And they keep doing what they're doing to our mountains, we're going to lose that bloodline. They don't have the refuge to keep back and stay away from man like they used to. The DNR says we got plenty, and we're starting to even have trouble bears, but I think they're getting pushed out. And yes, we still have a few bears around, quite a few yet, but if we keep up what we're doing in the mountains and burying the mommies alive, it'll be no longer. So people need to really look at that issue, and we're just talking about one animal that's our state animal. You got everything else that goes into hibernation. You got all your little chipmunks and groundhogs and possums and things like that. And without that habitat there, the bee issue, we're having a lot of losses of our honeybees all across the United States, and without these big forests and den trees and all the tulip poppers, these bees don't have a place to live or feed no more. So you're losing your natural wild bee that's been here for hundreds of years, But there's so many things to be saved back here still. You got your ginseng and black cohosh and just so many plants that probably never have been identified. There's a lot of stuff back in there. But the Brushy Fork area, it's sad what's happened there. It's been destroyed and probably never can be returned back to what it was. There's no doubt in my mind that will never happen.